Hey everyone, it's Eternal Realm owner welcome you guys. Every young man dreamed of being a martial master. All to practice justice and loyalty. A life of a hero, journeying around world. The sound they create is completely different from the average man. Everyone dreams of living such a life. But not can experience it. It's because of that reason. Why boys fantasize about it even more. Thank you for waiting. Here are the needles you ordered. Hi, I'm Tang 20 years old and I am a physician. The sound that can awaken a dreaming boy, turning him into a hero. You said you're a physician. Yes, sir. Do you like to become my disciple? What? That day, Mujin heard the sound of his life changing. A few months back. A physician's morning is generally quiet. You copy medical scrolls until the morning rooster crows. And finish preparations for that day's patients before breakfast is ready. A quiet life that's on repeat. How is it? Does it still hurt? It didn't hurt at all, Mama. That silence is what created my father's skills. His acupuncture skills are amazing. He's as gentle as a butterfly landing on your skin. Father, I'll be back with the herbs. Someday I will be a physician on his level. Hey, are you blind or something? I apologize, sir. That was my mistake. Yeah, I think so. It looks someone might need to teach you a lesson, right? Well, I still dream of being a hero. I can't believe you got beat up, ha ha ha. This young man's name is John Gok. 20 years old. A herb gatherer. You should have asked him to hit you in the other eye as well so the color would match, ha ha ha. So what's the deal? Want me to give you another black eye? Fuck you, poke me at the eye, my eye. I told you to stop. Hey, Mujin. What wrong? Aren't you hungry? Yeah, I am. Want something good? For sure. What, a mushroom? Are you still messing with me? You really need to know when to stop. It's a mushroom that'll let you experience special kinds of dreams. Special king of dreams. Indeed, this mushroom could let you become the king of kings. Or an ascended great sage. Last time, I dreamed that I become a pinnacle realm martial artist. I handled over a 100 Chinking sect martial artists in my dream, and this mushroom's poison doesn't cause any harm to the body. Dude, you can't just eat the whole thing. What's wrong if a single bite will have you experience this? Then, I could undoubtedly become the master of swords. Whatever, it's your body, so I'm not responsible if anything goes wrong. Dude, you know I'm a physician. Anyway, the effects should hit soon, so let's wait. Dude, you know I'm a physician. Dude, you know I'm a physician. Embers tickle my skin like butterflies. The sparks formed by the first strike of the hammer are always wondrous. I, Tang Mujin, have hammered iron as a blacksmith my entire life, but this joyous moment never ceases to amaze me. Tang Mujin? Me. My name is Ouyezi though. The master of smithing who's unparalleled under the heavens. Did I daze off standing somehow? What a strange dream of being a physician. No, I should get myself together now. I will craft the 5 master swords requested to me by the king of the use. This will be the best work of my life. In the name of Ouyezi. The 5 master swords forged by heaven and man for over 20 years. All ought to praise their glory. As you have accomplished the dreams of man and the orders of the heavens. We shall pour the heavenly peach wine and greet our new immortal. A grand day. It's a grand day, Ouyezi. It's the day you've reached paradise. I thought you said he was the best physician in Chengdu. I trusted the attendant of the governor's recommendation. I will make sure that such a novice physician, who can't even perform acupuncture properly, is forced into retirement. He really is an asshole, just like most government officials. What happened just now? Just now. Can't you see the sun is setting already? You kept murmuring some nonsense, high on the mushroom. And then you suddenly said you needed to return back to the clinic, bringing you with me. It's a miracle that we were able to arrive back at your place without issues. Anyway, that's over now. Don't tell the physician that I gave you mushroom. Yeah, okay, thanks. Anyway, was that really a dream? I'm back, father. Sorry for being late. I went to get the herbs. Father. Father. Mujin, you're back. Yes, but who was that man who left just now? I feel a strong headache, as if my head is trembling. There's also this other feeling between the wave of pain. Mujin, what's wrong? Does your head hurt? It's nothing. The man just now. He's the military attendant to the governor, but he says my acupuncture is too painful. My new needles are thicker than the old ones. Really? No way, I tested them this morning. Let's see, where are my old needles? Take a look. I got the new needles 2 weeks ago, as my previous ones had bent. I hear something strange coming from the needles. I didn't hear anything like that this morning. Mujin, what's wrong? Headaches and chills, you must have caught a cold. Let me brew some medicine for you. The sound that awakens heroes. Father. This. How the fuck is this a needle? I heard it that day. Why are you so mad at that? Well, of course, it's a needle. Whenever I suddenly see a shoddy item, it irritates me. Until yesterday, I couldn't even tell what was shoddy or not. But suddenly, because of this ability, everything looks cheap and worthless. It's driving me crazy. But still, just by looking at this, I feel refreshed. This is the pride of Sichuan. A needle crafted by blacksmith Suk. But wait, how do I even know this? Besides, this new needle must have also been made by blacksmith Suk. So why does it feel different? I hope this isn't something serious. The instant I hold it, all my irritation disappears. Such exquisite craftsmanship. There's no way blacksmith Sook's work would change. Could it be because of that dream I had of Ouyezi? Did that dream allow me to recognize a true master's work? And there's something else. Somehow, I feel like I can see blacksmith Sook's metalworking at a glance. Could it really be that because of that dream, I've gained insight I didn't have before? That makes no sense. A dream is just a dream. Learning blacksmithing through a dream. How can that be possible? I have to confirm this. I must go to blacksmith Sook himself and find out what's happened to me. You don't like this needle. I may not be as good as my father, but I've been in and out of the forge for 20 years. This man's name is Sook Jaizung, blacksmith Sook's son. I never said you lacked skill, blacksmith Sook. So the elder blacksmith Sook has retired. That's unfortunate. Then, this new needle must have been crafted by him. I know it's hard to live up to my father. But now even the clinic's people dare to belittle me. Well then, with your sharp eye, why don't you try finding my father's works among these? Teach me about what I'm lacking as compared to my father. What? In an instant, he picked out my father's work. The difference is really that big. Most people overlook them because of their simple designs. You've got an impressive eye, indeed. Humph. He must have planned to mock me if I had failed. Thanks to him, I'm convinced. That dream wasn't just a dream. At first, I thought you were just a picky customer. I get why you didn't like the needle I made. Although I was the one who asked you to find my father's work, you managed to select every last one of my father's pieces. Your eye may even surpass mine. With you, even if I hammer away endlessly, I can only create mediocre things. So there's only one answer. You must craft something by yourself. If you think it's impossible, I'll craft another needle myself. But you should try. All right. After all, when else in life would I get the chance to act as a blacksmith? So fine, let's go for IT. Let's start with some simple practice. I shouted with confidence, trusting the knowledge I got from that dream, but will it work? It's like asking a patient to prepare their own medicine and needle themselves. Still, I want to try hammering. It's working. It really works. At first, I thought I'd laugh at what he'd do. But his hammer blows are flawless. Unlike a physician, he's a natural just like my father, who spent his life forging metal. And this sound, it rings like a clear musical note. Am I witnessing the reincarnation of Ouyezi himself? Is this simply talent? No, this surpasses any talent. More, show me more. Strike, quench, temper, sharpen the blade. Show me how you make the handle, the sheath. Show me the complete weapon that exists in your mind. Blacksmith Sook. Melt this piece down. What? Melt it, but why? Right, my arms are warmed up enough. Now it's time to make a proper needle. IT doesn't hurt at all. General attendant, are you serious? How can that not hurt? My back pain is gone. Come on, how could you get better so quickly? It actually works. Was the needle really inserted? Was I just having an off day before? But how long is the waiting line? The physician's going to make a fortune. Your back hurts? You should have visited the Tang family clinic before leaving the city. What, you think I didn't try? The line was too long. I couldn't even get inside because of how many people were waiting. The Tang clinic is now open. Please wait your turn safely. Do you know how long I've been waiting? Where do you think you're cutting in line? You ignore me. Do you know who I am? What's this commotion about? A quarrel between martial artists. If you're that eager to know, then let me show you firsthand. Eccentric physician. With a single strike, he cut only the skin without harming bone or muscle. He's a martial master. And that title, the eccentric physician. I've heard it somewhere before. You're a grown man and you cry like a child. To faint from such a small cut, I barely scratched you, so apply medicine for a few days and you'll be fine. If this were a proper clinic then. I remember now. The physician killer. Eccentric physician, Li Chung. I used to feel a sense of peace whenever I looked at my father. He may not have been the greatest physician in the land, but like an ancient tree that always holds its ground. He was a steadfast physician, unadorned yet resolute. That was the virtue of a physician I learned from watching him. And then there was a man who was the complete opposite of everything I learned from my father. A master of the highest level who roams the world, and one of the three great physicians under heaven. Eccentric physician. A strange man who weighed the fates of others with the sword and the healing arts held in his two hands. There was no distinction between good and evil in his judgment, which was said to pronounce life or death based on his whims. On top of that, he was a serial killer who had murdered dozens of innocent physicians across the Central Plains. He's in danger. Father. That's my father's study. Mujin, stop here. It was beyond our control. This man's name is Jinsong, Chongxiang sect instructor. Head instructor. What do you mean, beyond your control? Then the sect leader can stop him, can't he? Even our master will not stand in the eccentric physician way. But that man is a villain, the eccentric physician. Our master's life was just saved thanks to him. Saved the Chongxiang sect leader's life. If you're worried because of his reputation, don't be. The eccentric physician I saw was eccentric, but he is not a villain. His sleeves are clean. Thank goodness. Hey kid. I heard from physician Tang that there is a skilled blacksmith around here. You know of IT? Yes, of course I do. Really? Well then lead the way. Yes. Aren't you coming? I'm a busy man. Yes. Yes, I will. So, it wasn't you're saying you made this? Yes, it was me. Ha ha ha, they say all strangest thing in the world happen in Sichuan. And now the son of a physician is practicing blacksmithing. Right, who cares who made it, your name is Tang Mujing, right? Make me some needles, about 30 of them. I'll pay with this. Thank you, sir. Why don't you go have a meal or something? They'll be ready before the sun sets. Before sunset, you say, mean today? Yes. Not a few months from now, but before the sun sets today. Yes, sir. It takes even renowned blacksmiths several days. I can do it, today. Not a shoddy product, and not something you've made in advance, but today. You're a physician's son, aren't you? I have to start making them now. Better needles than my father's. Don't you worry, sir. I can do it. Shit, I forgot about the sword because of the gold. I'll see. What are you going to do for this? The arduous process of drawing dozens, hundreds of iron threads, grinding them ono by one, and only gathering the ones that haven't bent or broken. The power that physician Tang possessed wasn't something that could be created by luck. All right, I'll see for myself, but still, for a physician, his body is well trained. Perhaps. Apologies for the wait. Here are the needles you ordered. What? You want me to become your disciple? Why me? Why else? You don't seem like the type to rot away as a physician. What, you don't want to? Well, it's not that I don't want to, but I have my work as a physician. And I was just getting the hang of blacksmithing. You say disciple, but I'm not sure what I could possibly learn from you, sir. Ha ha ha, what you'll learn. There are two things I can teach. And what are they? Martial arts and the art of medicine. 50, what do you say? Don't you want to learn? A master of the highest level and one of the three great physicians under heaven as my master. On top of that, he may be infamous, but if I'm the disciple of the Phantom Doctor, the Chongxiang sect won't be able to treat our clinic so carelessly, right? Sir, why are you making me such an offer? It's convenient to have a blacksmith who's quick and skilled. Is that all? And in return, I'll teach you martial arts and medicine. Isn't that more of a contractual relationship than a master disciple one? Then call it a contract if you'd like. When a patient is suffering from reversal cold and palpitations because external evil energy has infiltrated their body, callousing a stagnation of qi, how would you treat them? The water must be treated first, so I would prescribe Bokryeonggamcho Tang. That's it. You pass. You're my disciple. Anyone with the insight to have memorized the Sanganran and the Ningmayan is worthy of learning martial arts. What? How does that connect to this? You think martial arts is just about being strong. You'll understand if you ever try teaching one stupid bastard. Even if you serve them enlightenment on a golden platter, they won't even know that's what it is. Fools like that just end up as second or third-rate fighter. Second-rate, third-rate. It's the same reason why not just anyone can recognize the excellence of these needles. Then, sir, do you think I can become a first-rate master? First-rate. A student surpassing the master is not a measure of the disciple's ability, but the master's. You get what I mean, right? In other words, at the very least, the pinnacle of martial mastery. Sorry, Father, I'm late. Father, are you all right? I heard you went out with the eccentric physician. I was worried something might happen to you. When that man entered the study, I thought he was just a curious traveler. Was everything all right? Yes, he wasn't as fearsome as the rumors say. Right. Sir Jinsong said the same thing. As long as you're unharmed, that's all that matters. Why did it take so long? Well, Father, he asked me to be his disciple. He said I have until tomorrow evening to decide. It seems his title of isn't just for show. A master-disciple relationship out of nowhere. Why did you stop all of a sudden? Why so much silver all of a sudden? You should go with him. What do you mean, go farther? We're already so short-handed these days. Besides, his nickname is the eccentric physician. He must have been joking with me. Being short-handed is not the issue. The only time you can leave is now. Mujin. My father was always like an ancient tree, holding his ground. But his words made me realize something. That there was a time when my father, too, was once a boy. 2 days since I start journey with eccentric physician. I succeeded in a small circulation. A new sensation in my body I've never felt before. 3 days, 4 days. It's still faint for now, but chi is undoubtedly growing within my body, little by little. How should I put it? I feel stronger. No, it's more like I've taken a step forward. Now's the only time you can leave. Thank you, Father. Are you homesick already? That's not, sir. I think my chi has increased since yesterday. Ho, that's when martial arts is the most fun. I think I may have some talent, as you said. Well, you aren't too bad. The speed at which you're gaining QIS about average, though. But I learned how to circulate chi, which typically takes people 10 days, and just 2 days. If you're so confident, let's see how you fare with the sword. I'll give you some teachings. If you can even scratch the hem of my clothes, I'll carry you on my back until we leave Sichuan province. This is a real blade, though. It's sharp. If you die. No, how could I? A sneak attack on him when he's not expecting it. Making sure to take the first strike. So you think you've gained some guts and talent in just 10 days? It's just a stick, but it didn't even get scratched. Now grit your teeth. My teeth. This is ripples. No, it's more like a small current. No, it's much larger than a small current. How does it feel to be on the receiving end of chi for the first time? That's not fair. Doesn't this mean whoever has more chi just wins? I don't have that much chi myself, so I try to avoid fighting battles of pure chi, but martial arts isn't that simple. And why are you so frustrated? You're a physician. Is there anyone you have a grudge on? You said you'd make me a martial artist at the pinnacle realm. But if the amount of chi decides your prowess, then even if I start now, I'll never attain it. Even if your chi is weak and your moves are not flashy, there are plenty of ways to become a martial master. When you received my chi just now, you attempted to force your own chi into your sword and then gave up, right? That's also a good pathway. Now, come at me again. I won't use chi this time. Well, then I'll come at you again. Even without chi, you would have died 3 times, right? Your QI gathering speed isn't very fast. And you aren't gifted with the ability to exude more chi than normal either. But you undoubtedly have your own strengths. Your sense of chi is quite accurate, and you use it quickly and precisely. The fact that you instinctively imbued your sword with chi is befitting of a second-rate martial artist or better. With enough time spent searching for a path, that may become its own way upwards. This is excellent for 10 days of work. That mean, am I already a second-rate martial artist? A wild animal. No, there are 2 legs, it's a person. It's 3 knots. What is a branch leader doing on this mountain? A branch leader? That means he's a pinnacle realm martial artist. An unidentifiable disease. Yes, we've had a series of deaths in our village, so I was trying to reach the neighboring village to find their physician. But it's a stroke of luck that you're willing to accompany me. This boy name is Jewel Village Branch Leader. Red Beggar Hong Juzan. Even if you're bad with directions, you spent a day and a half wandering a 4-hour distance. I've just never left Jewel Village my entire life. Thankfully, you didn't catch the disease. About a month ago, the people of the village began to fall ill. We thought it was the typical spring cough, but more and more people have gotten sick. Half the village has fallen ill, and 20 people are already dead. I thought of joining the villagers who were leaving to escape the disease. But I could not just leave the village and people I've spent my life with. So I helped the sick with my master. Originally, our village's physician assisted us in taking care of the patients, but when he ran out of medicine. But I haven't heard from him since. It must be hard to obtain the needed herbs. Thank you, physicians. Come on in. This old man name is Beggar Hong Yin. I checked his pulse for a moment, but he's sweating heavily. With a weak pulse that's beating fast. His ears are hot, but his hands are cold. Warm chi is being pulled towards his head. Has he thrown up recently? Yes, he said his head hurt and he was dizzy. Damp fever, fast pulse, uneven chi flow, bad breathing, and vomiting. They're symptoms of a plague, sir. What would your exact diagnosis and prescription be? It is similar to the summer heat flu but also different. It lacks the signature peculiar odor. Though, if we leave him like this, the heat in his head will cause him to become retarded or blind. As for medicine, it'd be appropriate to use Ophiophagon, Trochanters, Platycodon, and the fritillaries herbs. So you really have read the aging texts well. Now, proceed with the acupuncture. What? This is where the foot's chi point is. It's my first time performing acupuncture. Will I be able to do well? Do you think learning how to use chi was solely for martial arts? To a physician, your keen sense of chi is a great fortune. His chi is guiding my own. I can see it as clearly as stones in a clear stream in death chi. You sense deathly chi as well. Yes. Then perform the acupuncture and observe how it reacts. Today is a day you learned many things. But seeing as you have the most satisfied face right now, you've truly become a proper physician. When the epidemic broke out, the doctor used all his savings to treat the villagers. He said only expensive herbs from distant regions would work, and brought all his money to the herbalist. He must be a good man. Yes, moved by that, the whole village pooled their money so he'd have funds for when the herbalist arrived. But there's no way a herbalist comes to this mountain village every day. So the doctor set out into the mountains himself to look for herbs to tide everyone over. To be honest, I didn't like Giussani lounged around all the time, but if he hadn't brought you here, my son would probably be. Sorry, my worries for my sick son made me ramble. This is the house, it's empty, but you should be comfortable. He really is a good man, isn't he? Oh, you mean physician YEOM. Seems so. We'll meet him soon enough. How does a plague strike such a generous village? Look at the food and gifts they've left for us. Yeah, eat what's appropriate and return the rest when we leave. No need for us to add to their burden. Yes, sir. Still, what kind of illness is this plague? Well, there are similar diseases, but something feels off. It could be one I've never seen. Wait, even one of the three great physicians don't know. There's more I don't know. For every one thing you learn, you discover 5 new unknowns, such as the way of the world. I thought you knew every disease in existence. No way. If there were nothing I didn't know, I wouldn't wander the world. What do you mean? Was there a disease you wanted to cure? A disease I wanted to cure, there was one. I could cure it now, but I was too late. What? A funeral cry? Of course you need medicine, but without knowing the illness. If only I had known, I could have cured them. If only I could know. My wife and daughter died from illness. One day, both burned with fever and red spots appeared, so I went to a physician. Then called in a famous physician from the next village. But both physicians didn't know how to treat it. While I searched for another, my wife and daughter died. It all happened within 4 days of falling ill. That's terrible. My condolences, sir. Condolences? Not really, it's not a gloomy story. The second half is almost laughable. After sending them off, I suffered for a long time. Then I left my hometown. It was like I was bewitched totally on impulse. After about 10 days, I arrived at a small village. Took me 10 days winding around like a beggar sick new bit should have only been a day's walk. There was a physician in that village too. Still vivid, the country doctor with a mouse face who inspired no trust. On the OFF chance, I described my wife and daughter's symptoms. Do you know what that doctor said? Leave just 5 niang. Give them this medicine on time and they'll recover without trouble. I didn't have a few coins, I had dozens of silver niang. With that much, I could have had my daughter married off several times. My wife and daughter didn't die because I was poor, or the physician were incompetent, or for lack of herbs. It's because one physician didn't know what another physician knew. Isn't that the most laughable thing? That's why I became a doctor. To gather the wisdom of all doctors, all in one place. After 30 years, I can barely remember my wife and daughter's faces now. There was something in the old man's laughter that felt like a funeral wail. Sir, I'll look around the village to search for the source of the illness. Fine, I'll take a look around and join you soon. If you're goofing off, you'll regret it. Don't worry. Is this really the first house to get sick? Yes, this is it. Cold plaque chills the body, hot plague boils the whole body. Whatever the symptoms, it's always some evil chi born in cool, shady, stinky places. But I couldn't sense any evil anywhere in the village, not at the animal pens, not the well, not in any cellar. An epidemic should spread outward in a circle from its starting point, but... So after Master John fell ill, the disease spread to neighbors in order. Yes. The west side caught it before the east, and kids before adults. John's place. It's like the clues fit, then don't. Then what's different about the village's west and east sides? There had to be a reason why the outbreak started where it did. I remember people say there's more yang energy in the east and more yin in the west. But that can't be. On our way in from the west, the old man and I never saw any sign of plague. Then why did the kids fall ill first? All the kids do is play with each other, I guess. The water? Did it come from drinking the creek water? But there's a well on the east, and it wasn't murky. Elder, is the east well always dry? No, it usually only dries up briefly during spring droughts. When did the epidemic start compared to when the well dried up? Yes, it was around then. So, if the east well dried up, the whole village would have started using creek water. Then it makes sense the west side and the kids got sick first. Looks normal, not murky or smelly either. But all signs point to this creek. Only one what to examine the water for sure. It's the same as that child have on his head. I found a clue, let's go. Wait, am I the only one smelling this? I smell it too. It's been getting stronger for a while now. We're getting close to his source. The trees area dead and withered, the source must be near. The soil, it's rotting. Here, something is down in here. There are many deaths in the place where we store herbs. The deaths of plants, and the death of animals. But despite that, the medicine storage always had a comforting odor to it rather than a gross one. I like that smell. Death that holds the key to life. An odor that will help someone recover. But it smells of only death here. Death that only spreads death. Let's dig them out and move them away from the stream. Corpse poison that causes illness at even a slight exposure. It does not bring instant death like poisonous plants or poisons from the earth. But whoever did this knows exactly the qualities of corpse poison, which cause a slow death. Their purpose, having it lined up with the time that the well dried up. Or would be whole annihilation. What the hell are you doing to the field I put so much effort into? Physician YEOM, could it be? Physician YEOM. He knew what corpse poison would do, and he's well versed with the town's situation. He also began to collect money once the disease began. He is the culprit. A demon in human skin that disguises himself as a smiling physician. To think he'd reveal his greed that could swallow up the entirety of Joel Village in such a way. And to be so unashamed after being found out. I'll kill him. So all this is your doing. You created the disease and pretended to treat people. I've been nice all along. 50, I just wanted to get my share at the end. Your share? Do you know how many people have died? And why the hell would I care? All I care about is that you've just ruined my efforts. So you can pay the price with your bodies. Whether it be today or some other day. I was planning to chuck your corpses into that hole as well. Just think of it as being early in line, fucking beggars. You bastards. How dare you do this when a guardian from the beggars sect? I am harvesting beggar Hongian, AM here. Physician YEOM. I thought you said there were only weaklings here. What's a guardian of the beggars sect doing here? I don't know. Hey you brats, I will count to 10. The only one who needs to die to my club is the one responsible, Physician YEOM. I do not wish to cause more deaths in this village. So please, make the right choice. Hemp harvesting beggar. To stun the opponent with just his shout. Physician Tang, you must run now. What run away? Run away, I will throw you over the stream, 50 run as fast as you can. Do not look back, and tell the village what's happening. I am sorry to burden you with such a task again, but please. But you too are the branch leader and guardian, though you are martial artists of the Pinnacle Realm, you could easily. Pinnacle Realm. 3. They weren't, did they? Anyway, my master and I must fight. He intends to die in fighting. Why, he's a beggar and he's weak, so why would he go so far? What if we all run together? The eccentric physician is a real Pinnacle Realm martial master, so if we just make it to the village. We cannot protect you with our skills as we run. Please, protect the village together with the eccentric physician. We have begged our entire lives in this village, but we have never been ashamed, as the villagers' generosity has kept us alive. Master told me that when the time comes, we must fight for the villagers. If we run now, our gambling debt won't go away. Kill him. You only live once. All right. Let's just give it a shot. Run? But what about you two? Should I help? The enemy doesn't seem very strong either. If I fight together with them, we might be able to win. I'm not wrong for running away. I'm just fulfilling their request. I must pass on their message to save Jewel Village. The hemp harvesting beggar and red beggar will both die. What can I do? When I've just begun to learn Mariel Heiress. I wouldn't run if I was a pinnacle realm master. But red beggar made the choice to SIAY. Despite not being a pinnacle realm martial master. There was a time when I helped a kid being bullied by the children of the Chingching sect. I got beaten up, but felt proud like a martial hero standing against injustice. But now, I wish this road were a bit longer. I hope the fight's over by the time I arrive. I'm full of cowardly thoughts like that. But if I turn back now, I'll be living a life of endless running away. You're all banged up. How can I help? Let's see if he's as good at running away as he is at bragging. Get up and pull yourself together. This isn't the time to worry about others, red beggar. Still fighting Trovebitter, pathetic you look. Even crawling through shit or corpses is 100 times better than crawling through garbage. It's still better than being trash. Either way, you and your disciple are dead meat. Old man, just give up. What, do you want to see your disciple hacked to bits for fertilizer? Getting greedy when you're old is pathetic. Giving up nonsense. Just die already. You finally decided to die. Jusani now it's time to earn my keep. That damn physician brat. If you ran away, you should have just lived. Dying to get killed. I will cut you into 2 pieces. You really came all this way to look for a disease. Looks like these guys are behind the plague. Physician YEOM. That man is the true culprit. So he is the true culprit, huh? You created the plague, didn't you? Why? Why do you think? He spread it for money. He'll take the cash last. What's your real goal? Real goal? Oh, you seem to understand something, sir. Just spare my life. I'll give you medicine far stronger than anything in Jewel Village. Have you heard of black peony flower medicine? Black peony, a supreme medicine blooming with powerful in a world of chaos. It's an elite elixir just a step below the Daewondan, but famous the hero's flower. Here. I'll give it in exchange for my. It's real black peony flower medicine, sir. So you went through all this just to trade it for your life. That's not it. You wanted ordinary people who touch black peony to be killed by the evil energy. True black peony grows by feeding on death. That's why he gathered bodies. It means that if an ordinary person touches the black peony, they'll get swept up by its energy and die. The black peony is a spiritual medicine that grows by feeding on death. That's probably why corpses, if the villagers had all died, those corpses would have been food for the black peony. Or maybe he was just buying time, planning another scheme. Might have pretended to harvest and process it but waited for a chance to poison us. No. Processing black peony is extremely difficult. I was going to prepare it myself and offer it to you. Really? For a village doctor, you've got deep knowledge. Ha ha. It's nothing but a cheap trick. But it's too bad for you, because I'm not an ordinary person. What? If you touch it barehanded, you'll die, you know. Living and dying, I'll handle that myself. I don't know why subhuman physicians like this keep appearing. Do they think they can call themselves physicians just because they know medicine? Sir, are you all right? Of course. Do you think I earned my title from gambling? I'll remove the poison of the black peony herb and the corpses, so take Red Beggar and back up. All right. The poison is being sucked in. This is so intense amount of poison. Look like it's over. Did you get a good look? This is what it takes to call yourself good at chi meditation. Take this for yourself. What me? I've removed all the poison, so you should be able to consume it without any problems. Thank you. You figured out that physician's plot, so you deserve it. I think I don't deserve such a thing. All I did was run back and toss a single stone, and I only ran back because I was afraid of being called a coward. You say don't deserve it. Then look over there. Then how do you explain the look on his face that seems to say you deserve it? Returning midway while running is harder than facing off from the start. Run? The one who doesn't run would be the fool. Feel free to run away anytime, and then return to where you were. What matters is that at the final moment, you do not turn a blind eye to your responsibility. Well, have I teach you too many secrets of life? I'm sure it's too complex for you to fully understand. Did you just eat that? Yes, why you ask? Why the fuck would you eat it now? I thought you wanted me to take it right now. You said there wouldn't be any adverse effects. Who the hell eats a cultivating medicine like that without knowing proper cultivation techniques? You didn't warn me. I thought you wanted me to eat it now. Perform the black tortoise cultivation method properly. Take proper steps, and breathe properly. Move your chi as I told you to. How do I do it again? Could you show me one more time? You're smart, but act like a complete fool sometimes. You must move your chi through the spleen meridian path as you walk. Make sure your entire foot is touching the ground. Do this slowly. Combine the chi entering your body from the ground and the chi entering from the lungs, and create a central flow of chi to connect the center of the stomach, the center of the spine, and the lower back. These three chi points are the unchanging central axis of the black body Ordwa cultivation method, and everything else will constantly change. Use the central axis to bring out the chi within the black peony herb. As I said, this must be done very slowly. Okay, I'm doing it properly. Shut up and focus, damn it. He'll finish organizing the chi before we arrive at the village. If I teach him well, he may even. Whoa! So this is the immense chi within the black peony flower. You've barely scratched the surface. It'll take a while to fully make its chi yours, so utilize the black tortoise cultivation method whenever you can. Okay. You seem more comfortable now, so drag one of them. My stomach still hurts. The disease will disappear now. Consuming this medicinal brew will let you recover within 3 days. Red Beggar and the Hemp Harvest Beggar have taken care of the culprits. You're going to get dust in the medicine. Is this your way of protesting that you want to learn the sword? Pack your bags, we've got a long way to go. But there are still patients left. Why not stay maybe 5 or so more days? So I can enjoy this hero treatment a little longer. We just stopped by because Red Beggar asked us to. Red Beggar. Did you see where he went? He probably gave Hemp Harvest Beggar a burial and is starving somewhere. Starving, but he's a hero who saved the village. It's a common occurrence for beggars sect members who have killed someone. No matter how just or unjust the occasion is, if the beggar you offered your kindness to ends up killing someone, especially a martial artist, they are no longer begging. They become threat. Then what will Red Beggar do? Well, he must make his own choice. That's what it means to take someone's life. This is a graveyard. Over there. Red Beggar. I owe you two a great favor. I wish you well on your future journey. Have you been here since last night? You haven't eaten yet, have you? Here, eat this. Thanks. Are you going to stay in Jewel Village? I must. I've lived here my whole life. I have nowhere else to go. It's all right. Beggars know how to survive no matter what. That's what it means to take someone's life. Come with us. Where to? Where? A place where you can be a beggar without worrying about how you're seen. I'm sure the Hemp Harvest Beggar would wish the same of you as well. Don't you think so, sir? Sir, wait up. You can't leave without us. Anyway, Red Beggar will come with us. All right. Just work on your black tortoise cultivation method. Oh, and teach me the sword. I was wondering when you'd ask. Although, where are we headed? Juzin, are you a genius? Mujin never asked me that a single time. A genius? It's just common sense. So where are we headed to? Grave of Hongyan. Hero HEPM Harvest Beggar. We are heading toward Luoyang. The sword that pierces the heart. Heart-piercing sword is a rather bland name, but its purpose is close to what a sword should seek to do. There are 3 forms. First is wasp. Second is ivy vines. Third is apex. How is it? Think you can do IT? How the hell am I going to do that? Do you think I can just copy whatever you do? Well, why the hell not? I've taught you for an entire month now. How can I destroy a tree in just a month? When did I tell you to destroy a tree? I am taking about the form, you idiot. See this, like this. Like this. No, like this. Juzin, you come here and give it a go. Look, I am doing it right. Like this. Good, that's how the form should be. Try it again. Watch your legs, idiot. You're asking too much from me when you've only taught me for a month. You might end up going to black thread hell when you die at this rate. You yourself better respect your elders if you don't want to go to icy hell. Practicing the rat palm strike in the morning. Only using the purple cloud step to move in the afternoon. And when the sun sets, sparring using the heart-piercing sword. A month has gone by with that routine. If I had to comment on their relationship dynamic after a month of observation, I'd say it's strange. Sometimes, they seem to have a good master-disciple relationship. Other times, it's like I'm looking at an uncle and his nephew, eager to tease each other in any way possible. They never seem to take things seriously, but beneath that layer of humor, I can see the respect and expectations they hold for each other. I once had a master like him. "Come have dinner, sir. You seeing him look how polite he is. Yeah, please dine to preserve your holy body, my liege. I've received great help from you until now. I'm sure we'll meet again if fate deems it so. Don't forget to change your name if you wish to settle in Chongqing. If you encounter somebody who knows what went down in Jewel Village, it'll cause complications. No matter the reason, you still committed murder." You look disappointed. Well, yeah. He was my first friend since I left Sichuan. I guess you never had a chance to beat him in a duel. No wonder you're so hung up. I almost had it in the last duel. Wait up. Where are we going? Just shut up and follow me. You want to borrow the forge and my compensation. Will be the right to witness this lad work. You'll have front row seats to the best smithing work of the land. Who would accept such an offer? Well, okay, you can use IT. What? How did that work? Mind if we borrow some materials and firewood as well? Then make me a small scythe while you're at IT. Got it, good sir. Why do you want me to make a sword all of a sudden? And what's with making me an attraction? Do you think I'm some circus monkey? Stop grumbling and make the scythe first. In the first place, our deal was that I'd receive items in return for teaching you medicine and martial arts. Don't you have plans to pay me for a month's worth of teachings? Well, I guess you're right. But I've never made a scythe before. This hammering noise. It fits well with the rain, echoes like an instrument. I don't know about being the greatest under the heavens, but that lad will grow up to be a fine smith. I'm sorry. Since I've never made a scythe, I don't know if I made it properly. This is your first time. Will this suffice as payment? You're a martial master. Blacksmith Fong, where are you going? Don't worry and just get ready to forge a sword. They'll be here soon. Actually, scratch that, they are already here. How did you? How did you make this? Just what did you do to forge this? That it could slice through weapons made by the best smiths in Chongqing, without its blade getting a single chip. It was as if I was cutting through tofu. Please teach us your skills. You can make whatever you want. Just please, demonstrate it to us. Make a sword first. No, make an axe. Show us how to make an axe. That'll be 2 silver ingots to watch. Toe ingots. Oh, and he'll be making a sword now. A sword, here take this, 2 ingots of silver right. So this is my master's hometown. As he said, everything big here. Where's the hemp field he used to say he frequented? Members of the beggars' sect. Let's look for someone who might know my master. Thank you for your help, tavern owner. Please visit any time. We always welcome disciples of the beggars' sect. I heard the beggars' sect was in the tavern street. But nobody knows my master. Maybe it's because it's been 20 years. This beggars' sect is completely different from what my master told me. If you wish to be a beggars' sect member in Chongqing, you must pay an entry fee. It's easily obtainable if you work for IT. Even if they are of the secular faction, to think you need to pay money to a beggar. I doubt anyone on this street will know my master. Have you heard of a beggar called the Hemp Harvest Beggar? He was in Chongqing about 20 or so years ago. He's a 4-knotted beggars sect member. Thank you for your time. Is there really nobody who know my master? Should I ask him before I give up? Sir, do you? You know of a beggar called the Hemp Harvest Beggar. He's a beggars sect member with 4 knots. He lived here about 20 years ago. 4 knots, was he about 10 or so years older than me? Yes, that is him, you know. The same one who was quite good looking for a beggar and was always out on the hemp fields. Yes, that's him. Then I think you've got something mixed up. He was just a 1-knotted beggar. He could never make it past 2 knots. You need martial art to make it to 3 knots, and he had never learned martial arts. He never managed to find a master either because he was rather sluggish. So he spent all day on the hemp fields, which is why he became known as the Hemp Harvest Beggar. Right when I was about your age, some beggars came looking for him. I don't know what it was, but apparently he stole something important and ran away. Granny Young downstream probably knows more about it. Will you go to her? Damn pathetic beggar, you deserve to die. You gave me a knot because I withstood hunger well. And you gave me another knot because I recovered from severe fever. No wonder your barehanded martial arts and staff techniques were so shitty. You liar, everything, it was all a lie. Nothing was true, you damn beggar. You weren't a guardian. You weren't jack shit, and I can't even question you because you've died. I'll stop here for today. Come on, he needs his rest. Of course. Could I just ask you one thing about flame management? Hey! You can't push him while Li Chung isn't here. Well, I wasn't trying to be pushy. Hemp Harvest Beggar. I see. Have you eaten yet? I know how you must feel, but... No, Sosen gave me some food. Sosen. Yeah. She's the girl who stays under the same bridge as me. I wasn't planning on eating anything, but I couldn't just refuse something a fellow beggar was giving me. You idiot. You take that from a little girl. Let's go. Where? Where else? To get that beggar grime out of you. Juice and eat until we die. This tastes good. Tastes good. You were about to puke. Ha ha ha, do you think I received the title of one of the 3 greatest physicians from gambling? You'll get in trouble with Mr. E if you get caught saying that. You're getting a rat palm strike right in the chest if you leave any food behind. Ha 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 ha. I can't eat anymore. Me neither. How does payment work? I've never paid for anything since I've lived as a beggar my whole life. You pay with money, you fucking beggar. How much do you think it is? I don't have any money. Me neither. Oh, you don't have money too? Wait, what? We have no money. Dude. What are you thinking? The beggar sect runs this place. So what? I am one of the 3 greatest physicians under the heavens, eccentric physician Yi Chung. Dude, stop messing around. Don't worry about this kind of thing. I'll be paying now. Hey, wait, what are you doing? Customer, what are doing? Hey, guards, call the guards now quickly. Do something, stop this. Hey, who do you think you are, and where do you think this is? Aren't you coming down now? Even drunk you should be graceful. What kind of behavior is this? Stop. What am I doing? Can't see what I'm doing. I'm calculating, should I stop? No, the music stopped, so I asked. Why aren't you playing? You should not ruin Grandmaster mood. Yes. Today's drink are on me. The old man said someone with the old man talent would be welcomed anywhere in the world. Indeed, the effect of thousand-handed guanine was amazing. Finally, you're smiling properly. Hey, going drinking again today. Let's rest today. Can't remember how many days we've been running. Why, you wanna go? No, just asking. Too much rain, lol. Great hero Hong Juzin. Elder brother So Samgu, what happened? So Seon disappeared. Yes, she always tells us when going out. She's too timid to go far on days like this. It must be the Jiang Sankey River Pirates. River pirates, are you certain? Yes. Children have been disappearing whenever we let our guard down. At first we thought they were swept away by water, but many have seen pirates taking children. Rumors say unorthodox martial artists buy children for sacrilegious reasons. If Seon was taken for that, she might already be harmed. Elder Brother Samgu. I'll investigate. I know someone who can help. Don't worry and please wait a bit. Thank you, great hero. Thank you. I'll talk to my superiors, but don't expect much. Don't expect much. As beggars sect members, we should. Of course we should act. However, we can't clash with pirates without proof of kidnapping. Especially at this critical time. Critical time. Quite different from last time I saw. Did their attitude change because the leash is gone? As an outsider you may not know. Every spring flood season, all of Beggar's sect is on high alert. Moreover, this year's rain is heavier than usual. Look, if it rains like this for one more day, the Yangtze River will surely flood. Floods make people homeless. Being swept away is common. Everyone in the sect is building dams to minimize damage, leaving no one to investigate pirates. Still, I'll talk to my superiors. You expect me to believe that, the words of those who treat us like beasts just because we're not from the Beggar's sect. How can I trust them? Elder Brother Sambui. Yes. They'll build the dams. Those up there who don't care about lease below. On roads where people travel. As martial artists, they must have some sense of justice. The river bandits, unorthodox sects, and even demonic criminals are all martial artists. What sense of justice do they have? In the past decade, I have never heard of a confrontation between the river bandits and the Beggar's sect. They're merely beggars who wear clean clothes. They fear that their colors of disguise will be stripped away. All they care about is preserving their status. It's time to pay the people back for the food. He could never make it past 2 knots. Yeah, it was all a lie, damn beggars. There's no need for me to feel guilty. It's not my duty. I don't owe them anything. I've done more than enough. My duty ended in Jewel Village. No, even that duty was just a lie spat out by a beggar. Hey! You there! Are you the one who's been looking for the hemp harvest beggar? You can call me Granny Yong. What relationship do you have with Zhongyan? Zhongyan. Even his name was a lie. What about him? I heard he was a petty thief who ran away. Did he steal something from you? A thief. The hemp harvest beggar wasn't the type to steal. The one who'd steal is. I suppose he might have stolen a person. Stolen a person. Indeed. It was about 20 or so years ago. Do you know about the internal conflict in Chongqing between the secular faction and the traditional faction of the Beggar's sect? The current Central Region's headquarter vice leader, the red-faced old beggar, is of the secular faction. Meanwhile, the vice leader of the headquarters at the time, the Willow Hill beggar, was part of the traditional faction. It may not seem like a big deal whether a beggar wears clean or dirty clothes, but the desire to overlook small squabbles was eventually overwhelmed by worsening emotions over time. One day, a large fight broke out, and the Willow Hill beggar died in the struggle. Nobody could stop the conflict when that happened. It was that very day that the hemp harvest beggar ran away with Willow Hill beggar's son. What was the real name of the Willow Hill beggar? Hong Yung. Seeing as you don't even know the Willow Hill beggar's name, I doubt you're looking for his son. If that is the case, what I know ends here. I'll take my leave. If you do meet the hemp harvest beggar, tell him I'm doing well. Tell him to come look for me if he ever returns to Chongqi. Liar. It was all a lie. His name, his martial arts, and the fact that he was a four-knotted beggar were all a lie. Why? The four knots of the guardian of Beggar's Mountain were knotted in order to keep a duty. It was knotted in order to protect a person. In order to protect me. You knotted the symbol of a guardian master. Did you catch some disease where you die if your clothes are clean? You idiot. What the hell are you doing, going for a swim in this weather? Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Mujin just helped me out this one time. I already saved your life. What more do you want? From those river pirates, we're going to rescue Sozian. River pirates. Rescue. Don't you have an easier favor to ask? Really, didn't you have an easier favor to ask? Do you have a plan? No. You're not planning on just wiping them all out, are you? Of course not. Let's just quietly find Seon and escape. All right, first we need to find out where she is. She must be in one of those buildings. We just have to sneak in. You moron. Is sneaking in the problem? Your clothes are the problem. They could spot you from 10 miles away. Wouldn't it be fine if I just smeared some dirt on them to make them dirty? Does that even make sense? You think looking dirty will make you look like a river pirate? I'd rather just build a dam. Doing patrol rounds in this weather really sucks. You think building a dam is easy? This is better than dealing with the squad leader. Fuck, we're screwed. River pirates are actually doing patrols? Fighting here and now was the worst possible plan. Damn, my heart's suddenly pounding. Let's just wait for them to pass by quietly. Wait, at this rate, they'll spot us. Should we hide under the bridge? There isn't enough room for both of us. I'll get behind the rock, you get on the other side of the rock. Yeah. The sound of the rain should drown out most noises, so it'll be fine. You're surprisingly quick-witted. Good. At this rate, we'll succeed. Infiltration is a piece of cake. The twin hounds of Bangta, this has to be them, right? That idiot, what the heck he is thinking? Where do you think you are, blocking an elder's path? Want me to poke a hole through your skull? Snap out of it and get up. You idiot. Another one lying in wait? Arrogant brats. You're still wet behind the ears. I'll finish you. Scary, it feels like I'm running straight towards a cliff. But I can't back down. Read the opponent movement, how he attack. This is a horizontal slash. A wide horizontal swing carves open empty space. Lower the stance, dive in. 3 feints raising the blade vertically. When they falter, aim straight for the heart. I hope this go just as planned. First, 1 feint strike. Hey, you've still got blood on you. Nobody around because they're all building embankments? While the water bandits are gone, we've got to check every house one by one. They won't all come pouring out at once, right? Yes. Idiot, focus. You think you'll manage a proper infiltration like this? Next time, if you don't come out at the right moment like before, it's over. You're the one who doesn't even know what infiltration means. If you really meant to infiltrate, you'd have just kept your mouth shut and waited quietly in hiding earlier. Well, you're the one who can't read hand signals. Changing the subject. Shut it, we need to infiltrate. Anyway, from now on we keep it quiet and fast. Find SEON and get out. No fighting. And quit shouting the names of the sword forms. Shouting form names? Well, that's how I was taught. You shouted earlier and everyone scattered, you idiot. It's only because I'm a master that we scraped through, you get that? A master, you he. Didn't you hear that guy just now call me master? Yeah, the master whose hands were trembling just moments ago. Such a master you are, you got beaten down by your own child swordsmanship for a month straight. Quiet down. We're infiltrating. Hey, relax. Nobody's here anyway, wanna bet? 5 silver taels, there's nobody inside when we open the door. You don't even have money, beggar. Wow, look at you mocking the poor. Where's your decency? See, I told you, no one's inside. Patrolling hard, I see. Hey there. Where's the girl you caught? Hair tied in 2 bunches, little beggar who lived under the bridge. Talk before I put holes in you. So you know the rules of conduct but never tried real threats. If you want to intimidate Jang Sankey, the captain who's taken more than a dozen lives, you'll have to do better than that. At least scarier than the torture of the quartermaster. I thought just flashing a blade would make him spill. What do we do? Isn't there another way? Look at him. Yeah, we can't exactly bring the quartermaster here. Hey, what are you doing? The emergency aconite I packed just in case. It's used for pain relief, but also a deadly poison, the root of wolfsbane. Mix it with ligusticum, romania, and ginger to promote circulation, and it'll take effect fast. I don't want to torture him, and I don't even know how. But just enough for him to think it's poison. Enough to scare him stiff. Please, just be frightened. Hey, what are you doing? Why? Want to know? A needle. Since you fear the quartermaster's torture more than anything, I thought you might want to test mine. Everyone who's taken this needle felt every vessel in their limbs rip apart in agony before they died. It hurts much more than a hole in the body. That patrolling bastard died that way too. Well? Want to talk? Stop bluffing. A sword user like you wouldn't know poison techniques. Fine. See for yourself whether it's a bluff. I didn't measure the dosage, so even I don't know how it'll work. If it's too weak, he'll just clam up harder and then I'm screwed. What? See nothing happening. If you don't think it was a bluff either, then speak properly. Where did you hide the girl? In the cave. She is in the cave. One with sword, one by medicine killed 2 people. I killed one with a sword to save Juzan, and I killed a person with medicine to save So-san. I hate to kill them. One was intentional, and one was a mistake. But was it really a mistake? The guy with the scars, you messed up right. So what? He told me himself that he killed over 10 people. He deserved to die. I made a mistake, but I don't regret it. Let's just find So-san and get out of here. All this rain has really soured my mood. All right. Should I not ask him for help? But I can't exactly back out of this now. Because of me he towpaths. Which way is it? I smell something bad on this side. I don't smell anything bad coming from the other side. Should we split up? Or you could keep guard while I check them one by one. Rather than that. Wait, people are coming. What do you mean people? How many? A lot. A lot of them. There's nowhere to hide. What do we do? What else? We'll tail as many as we can with US. I'll need to scrap Plan 1. Even my simulations show too many openings. If that's the case, I'll switch the fainting portions of Wasp with real attacks and leave cuts that will deter their movement. I just need to deal with the charge one row at a time. No, if that happens, I'll keep needing to move back. If I get surrounded, it'll be over. Fuck, is there no perfect solution here, like in medical texts? I've never learned the answer to fighting a horde of people in a cave, and it's definitely not intuitive. But I have no intention of pleading for my life. So it was just tow rats. You were the one who dared to break into the Yangtze River stronghold and cut down our men who were on patrol and on break. Why bother asking? You'll hear it from their own mouths soon enough. I see over 20 men, more than I expected. I don't know the solution, but I have no choice. Oh, well, that's what he said, boys. Quite scary, so wipe them out before the leader gets back. I have no time to be afraid. There is only one solution. Kill in order to survive. One row, another row. In order to, shit. I lost control and swung too broadly. There's no way out. If I stop here, I'll die for sure. What are doing? Get a grip, idiot. Are you trying to get yourself killed by acting cool? Who's going to help me find So-san, then? Who is getting themselves killed? Until I wrench those 5 silver ingots you owe me back from you, you won't ever see me die, you damn beggar. Those 2 bastards. Don't give them any time to recover. Keep pushing onwards. If we are lucky, we might be able to get out of this alive. Leader. The leader is here. What the hell is that guy? Many people have tried to rob Yangtze River so far, but I killed them all as they came, so lately no one dares to challenge me. I was getting bored. Guys who learned martial arts are here. It's been so long, this will be fun. Ha 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 ha. Internal energy in his laughter. At least first rate or higher. Damn it, stop babbling. No matter how much you ramble like you're something special, you are just a begging bastard with an axe. A beating is the cure for someone who doesn't know beggar rules. Do I look weaker that you making me shout technique names? Whether I shout or not is up to me. Oh, right, it's up to you. If you want to die, then so be it. Far from the old man's level, but considerable internal power. My stomach's churning. Get close with short weapons and finish quickly. Yeah, I have to finish it quickly. Ha ha ha, this is really fun after so long. Again, come at me again. Who is coming first this time? Damn, there's no way to finish this quickly. Left side to the right. Not coming, then I'll come to you. I'll slow, so hang in there, ha ha ha. You call this slow? Just the wind pressure feels like it's tearing my skin. He's too fast for his size, making it hard to read his moves. Still, compared to the old man, I can see clearly. Isn't this kid even scared at all? No, it's not that I can see the moves, this bastard. He is playing with us. Right, we're just toys. We might be like mouse in front of a cat, but you are facing mouse raised by a tiger. I'll find a solution somehow. If there's no solution, I'll improvise. If that doesn't work, I'll bite my way through. He's threatening, but no different from those twin blade guys. All horizontal and vertical cuts, no thrusts. Unlike a sword, it's hard to strike upward from below. It's a tiny difference, but takes longer to switch from horizontal to vertical cuts. Let his hands up and aim for the body. Sealed path strike. Foot kick to heaven. Please stop shouting technique names. Not a single hit lands and I'm just getting beaten. At this rate, neither Juzin nor I will last long. I have to draw out an opening somehow. Look like he is aiming for something. Want me to show you an opening? Did he just read my move? That bastard. Is he laughing? So the beggar from the hemp field was something after all. This is fun. The opening Juzin created risking his life. Even if I die, I'm going in, you fucking bastard. I'm counting on you, red beggar. So what if the chief is dead? Are you going to let those bastards take all the treasure? They are already at their limit, too. That bastard is really sharp. Everyone, get them, won't let them recover. Even if I'm at my limit, I'll hold on till the end. What does getting lucky by faking a technique name a move that doesn't even exist? And IT doesn't seem to have any effect. What's with that proud look on your face, you moron? To think you can get by on pure luck. But, who killed this one? You, bastard, what is this? A hidden weapon. That's right, a hidden weapon. As you just saw, it's a poison that kills instantly with a single scratch. Even if it's luck, I can't let this chance slip away. Come at me if you want. I'll make sure at least half of you end up just like him. Or, do you want to stop here? Like you said, what's the big deal if your chief is dead? The treasure is everything, right? But we didn't come for that. We came here for the child you kidnapped. Don't tell me those beggar kids, you are not interested in the treasure. You did all just for some beggar kids. How are we supposed to believe that? If you can't believe me, then don't, but remember that the consequence will be death. If you understand, then let's all go our separate ways. I'll kill anyone who follows, so choose wisely. Hey, don't push. Get lost, I'm first. You bastard, I'm the team leader. Father. Vice Chief. Father. Vice Chief. Father. I'm just glad he came out unscathed after catching the axe blade with his bare hands. Still, to think he used that trick. Like master, like disciple. I suppose. What are you going to do now? Nothing really, since we have no plans. Shall we travel together? Would that be all right? I don't know how the Justice faction and Vice Chief Honglian will react, so we can't stay here. Wait, if we travel together, won't that put the old man and Mujin in danger, too? Well, I don't care, but the beggar who just cheated death is not trying to beg his way out of this, is he? What? It's not begging, it's a request. No, it's a proposal. Who is buying the food? Who's buying the drinks? Who's buying the new clothes? You, I don't need new clothes. At that point, isn't it beyond begging and just plain mooching? Judging by the looks you two have. It seems you had quite a bit of fun in the few days when I was away. The sword I ordered looks serviceable, was it? Old man. It wasn't that fun. What were you doing for all those days, old man? You took 100 niang of silver. There was something weighing on my mind, so I went to take a look around. It's good that Juong is here too. Both of you sit down. Are you two aware of the war between the secular and traditional factions of the beggars sect in Chongqing that happened ages ago? Did you hear the Yangtze River leader is dead? The Yangtze River leader, finally he is dead. 2 young men took care of him. What, were they young martial artists from top sects? No, I heard one of them is blacksmith with last name Tang. A blacksmith how? No clue. It's nice to be free of those damned river bandits. It's only temporary, they'll be back after some time. Have you seen a pills go without flies? I guess not. Departing for Luoyang. By the time we left Chongqing, the story of what happened at the Yangtze River stronghold had spread throughout the city. It has already been 2 weeks since I left Chongqing. The unexpected fight for our lives actually paid off. Blacksmith Peng gave us 10 silver and the other smiths paid for your boat fare of 60 silver. Also here 3 gold ingots as sign of gratitude from US merchants who've been quite troubled by the river bandits until now. However, the real reward was the realization that moments when I need power always arrive unexpectedly. If I had not practiced the black tortoise cultivation methods daily to absorb the black peony flower better. Forget the stronghold leader, I would have died to one of the bandit lackeys. We have 2 more weeks left on the boat to Luoyang. I will make good use of that time. That way, no matter how much the floor shakes, I will be able to keep my balance at all time. I will take a step forward and become one with my weapon, the soul-severing sword. Sorry for interrupting. I came to the deck to look at Moan, but I stumbled across you training. I apologize for looking at your training without consent. It's all right. My name is Namgyung Myong. If it's all right, would you be interested in a duel? I Namgyung Myong, the eldest son of the Namgyung family and a top-class martial artist. But I'm on a boat returning how after finishing my debut in the martial arts world with no significant achievements. Then, I met a woman. A woman who didn't care about the Namgyung name, a name that made everyone I met build walls with their selfish expectations. It was my first time meeting a woman like her. Because she didn't care, it took effort to win her heart, but I was free. Making the expectations of my family vanish like the morning mist. My days with her. A cherry blossom branch. That is when he appeared. A ship's doctor by day, a martial arts practitioner by night. A kid how like a flower. I ask this of you, great warrior Tang. I shall break you. In the name of Namgung. Will you be all right a real sword against a wooden sword? It's all right. I was the one who requested it during your training, great warrior. Furthermore, to think that the child of a family of doctors for generations has encountered a fortunate opportunity and stepped into the world of martial arts, I am only grateful for the chance to broaden my narrow perspective. Thank you for becoming the flower that will decorate the finale of my otherwise unremarkable debut in the martial arts world. Yes, then, I will be in your care. I have a feeling I've gotten myself into something really troublesome. Before I left Sichuan, the Namgung family was just a story from the legends of the martial arts world, but to think it's a scion of the Namgung family who's obviously just trying to score points with a woman. Besides, those eyes. They're the eyes of the troublesome patients who used to come to the clinic. I should attack half-heartedly and lose gracefully. The honest and slow sword of a second-rate fighter. At best, a sword strike that aims for the head then feints to the shoulder. Facing a novice, my resolve to crush him weakens. No, an opponent like this is exactly the kind I should teach a lesson to. So that maybe, in the future, he can hold his own against one or two mountain bandits. It should be enough to deflect his sword with the subtlety of softness overcoming hardness and then unfold the boundless azure sky technique, while pretending to match the trajectory of his sword. I'll change my sword's path to deflect it, and then unfold the boundless azure. What, is that the tip of the wooden sword that took the blow? At this rate, it's heading for my shoulder. This bastard. Does he not know how to stop his sword? No. My softness overcoming hardness technique actually increased the speed of his sword, so he can't stop it. I'm sorry. I'm not used to sparring with a real sword. 5-0 I handled my sword too dangerously. Not at all. This sort of thing happens all the time in our Namgung family. Thank you for the new lesson, great warrior Tang. No, I am sorry for giving you a worn-out wooden sword. By the way, that's an incredible sword. I didn't feel a thing when I was cut. I gave him a way to save face by blaming the sword, but he's not listening. Please spare me a little more of your time. A real sword spar. I won't use my internal energy or any dangerous sword paths. I can't let this flower-like punk turn all my hard work, my pure heart, into nothing. The 5 great swords of the Namgung family. With the Sambong sword, I will show you the true path of supremacy of the Namgung. I beg you, young warrior. Then I'm coming again. If it's the same sword path, I can just block it appropriately, right? The same sword path. But the result will be different. It may not be softness overcoming hardness, but I'll respond in kind. My Sambong sword. It's being cut. Damn, I promised I wouldn't use my internal energy. Great warrior Namgung. You clearly said you wouldn't imbue it with internal energy. And I am sorry. The Namgung family, our real combat is a habit. Please forgive my rudeness. Even so, a promise is a promise. It's a good thing neither of us got hurt. Let's end the spar here. Yes. I've made a fool of myself 3 times in this short period. And on top of that, I used my family's name to hide my disgrace. If rumors of this get out... No, that's not the problem. If I go back like this, my father and the elders will all have a word with me. No, father will kill me. How did it come to this? I was wrong. I was wrong. Please spare me, please spare me. It's not my fault. What is that sword in the first place? Is it a divine sword or something? It's a divine sword. Well, you don't have to go as far as asking me to spare you. The spar ended strangely, but if I think about it, you offered me ridiculously advantageous terms from the start, and let's just treat it as a simple accident. Thank you. By the way, great warrior Tang. By the way, great warrior Tang. Sell my sword. I'm afraid I can't do that. It is a special sword to me. I see. I apologize for making an unreasonable request. Thank you for your valuable time. Please have a good night. My sword. What's wrong? This son of a bitch. Are you kidding me? The divine sword. I've obtained the divine sword. My debut in the martial arts world is a success. You'll get indigestion eating like this. How fast did you run? Looking at all the mud splattered on your stomach and bottom. Young Master Mao must have gotten quite dusty too. Father, your son has completed his martial world debut and returned. I have something urgent to show you. I see, something to show me right after returning. Must have been quite a martial world debut. Important enough to interrupt the elders' meeting. A celebration for a successful martial world debut, so that guy Namgung Myong must be Namgung Jinshin's son. What? One of the 6 Supremes, the sword demon Namgung Jinshin. Right, that's why they'd hold such a grand banquet. And it must have been a very successful debut. Since he stole 4 swords. What so you mean? How is theft a success? You think he said I stole their sword, father? He probably made up some plausible story about fate and obtaining the sword, like that platform over there. Such a flower-like. No. Actually, this worked out well. A banquet with many eyes watching is perfect for catching a thief whose father is Namgung Jinshin. Do you have a plan? A plan, hee. You think some half-baked plan would work on the sword demon who reached the supreme level, the head of martial world's greatest family. Then wouldn't it be better to visit after the banquet ends? If we ruin the banquet, we'll make enemies. How naive, better to be a mad dog than a pushover. Noble family folks think completely differently. Their sect is their entire world. There's only one way to deal with noble families. Scratch them in front of others. Like a mad dog. Didn't expect you to come to the banquet. This old name is Namgung Jinya. Has it been almost 10 years? Namgung Jinya, does that left arm I cut off still itch these days? You still talk strangely, the young friend is getting nervous. You should say I cut off and treated an arm rotting from poison. By the way, this is the first time I've seen you with a companion. Who is this young man? A physician I happen to travel with. He also has business with your family. Business. Namgung family head Namgung Jinshin and young hero Namgung Myeong. Hero Namgung. Congratulations. Thank you for attending my son's martial world debut celebration. Though my son has limited experience, he met opportunity during his debut and obtained a divine sword, so I shall offer wine to heaven. Please, heroes, celebrate this opportunity together and bring honor to the Namgung family. That sword. Myeong obtained it. How could he tell such a big lie? If elder brother knew this fact, he would surely destroy his dantian. No. He'd lock him in the thunder prison for life. Really? Not even an enemy, but such punishment for his own son. That is the value of the noble family's name. If the family name is sullied, even one's own son must be seen as an enemy. That's the family head's duty. Following any unreasonableness before the family name is every descendant's duty. He is definitely unlikable, but if I get my sword back. Physician Tang, I'll compensate instead, so couldn't you overlook Myeong's mistake just once? Don't talk nonsense, Namgung Jinya. If you say that, it's not a request but a threat. Besides, how can someone from the sword-revering Namgung family ask a martial artist who had his sword stolen to turn a blind eye? Wasn't he a physician? I see since he travels with Li Chung, this friend is both physician and martial artist. It's Physician Tang's choice, but shamelessly, please reconsider just once. What Myeong did was just wanting recognition from his father. Justice must prevail. Both skill and guilt must be shouldered personally. I understand your concern for your eldest nephew, but you're the one who should reconsider. The Namgung family that you and your brother protected together. Do you plan to put someone who only hides behind that name in the family head position? If not, then don't rashly interfere. Long time no see, hero Namgung Jinshin, sorry to interrupt the celebration. But I've come to reclaim my sword. The sword's name is Soul-Severing Sword, that guy's sword. This crazy dog.